everyone. It is officially summertime. And so for most of us, that means going to the pool, some summer camps, relaxing. But for a lot of the families here, that also means a period where we can take a drug-free holiday, that we like to call it. So for a lot of families, they will choose to go off of ADHD medication during the summer months to try to help the body's brain, help their child's nervous system, and just try to get them back into a state of balance without having to rely on those drugs for the entire summer months. And so we always get excited during the summer to help these kids and support them while they're struggling with the ADHD and struggling with their nervous system being a little bit off, that we can get them to a place where they don't have the pressure of school, they don't have the stress of getting up in the morning, and we can kind of allow the family to take a little bit of a break and just see where things are, trying to find a new baseline for them. So if you're looking for a more holistic option and your child is on medication, sometimes summer is a great way to just see if we can shift other things in their life and they maybe won't need as much or as often. And so it's a great period for kind of trial and error. And so this is a good video for anyone. I'm just going to kind of deep dive a little bit into the ADHD and how medication's working with that, and then what you can do to kind of help support their body if you're taking a break from those medications. So it's really fascinating, but there are 6 million children in the US that are currently diagnosed with ADHD, and many of those kids are going to be prescribed and taking some type of medication to manage those symptoms. Of course, we hear reports that they only work for a short period of time, they worked in the beginning, and then the children stop seeing any results on them, or they work, but the kids have really crazy side effects that make it almost unbearable to even take and be around them. So, of course, medications all have side effects, and some of them are, effective short term, but the side effects outweigh the benefit of that. And so the side effects we'll often see with ADHD meds are going to be sleeping issues, which is a big one. Of course, decreased appetite, which we all know, and then even heart issues. That's a very common one too. Maybe not one you've experienced or don't know about yet, but it is one of the major side effects of ADHD medication. And so if you are thinking about ADHD medication, we have a really great link that we're going to include that has an article that really goes into a deep dive of the root cause of the disorder. And so what's going on with the brain, the nervous system, and why we're seeing ADHD. So if you comment below ADHD, we will send you a full scientific article that kind of breaks it down. And so if you're wanting to go on an ADHD drug-free holiday medication break during the summertime, there's a few things you want to do. You just really want to support their body to help them reset. And so the ways you can do this without taking those drugs are going to be, of course, focusing on sleep, getting plenty of sleep, especially before midnight. The hours of sleep before midnight are worth more than after midnight. So kids staying up late during the summer isn't a great thing. Sleeping in isn't going to be as healthy for them as going to sleep earlier. And so trying to focus on good quality sleep is a really, really big one, something that most of us are missing out on. And it's probably one of the most important things for our kids' brain health and well-being. Of course, getting a nutrient-dense diet into your body. So I like to tell people, and this sounds crazy, but focusing on getting 10 fruits and vegetables a day. If your child eats 2 veggies, broccoli and green beans, and those are the only 2 things they eat, and they eat them continuously, your body can actually have a reaction to that, and then you're going to be causing more harm with leaky gut potentially down the road, because they're only getting 2 vegetables in and only the nutrients from those 2 vegetables. It's not a whole picture of health. It's not really all of the nutrients you could get from fruits and vegetables. So trying to get 10 different fruits and vegetables a day is really key. It's not hard if you think about meals that really incorporate a lot at once. So like a stir fry, you can do 8 different vegetables at once in a stir fry. Fajitas, you can do 3 different colored peppers and an onion. That's 4 right there. Doing a smoothie, you can add in spinach. Cauliflower rice in a smoothie is so easy, and you don't never taste it, they'll never know. And then plus the fruits, you could get 5, 6, 7 fruits and vegetables right there into a smoothie. So getting a really good nutrient-dense diet, cutting out food dyes is a piece of that. There are so many research articles that connect ADHD to dye. And so cutting out the dyes should be a no-brainer, but at least when they're not at school and trading with friends and getting birthday snacks, it's a really easy time to cut out dye and really stick to that. So that's a really big part of it. Of course, getting outside, exercising, sweating, playing. Really, a lot of people subscribe to the 1,000 hours outside, and that's a great thing to do. It's very hot in Florida in the summer, we know that, but ideally we would be getting 3 hours of outdoor time a day. That is what it's kind of shown to be beneficial for our health. And 3 hours outside in the summer seems like a whole lot, but even an hour outside for kids is really big in their lymphatic system, their energy levels, their muscular systems. There's just so much benefit of being outside and playing that you're not going to get from inside. And so trying to get outside time, 3 hours is great. It's probably not going to happen in the summer, but it's part of just being aware of that, and trying is a really big piece of it. And then of course, working on some things for your nervous system, deep breathing, stress reduction, yoga, just things that are going to help the body to reset. And so if your kids can do any of that, that would be amazing. But then there's another piece of the puzzle, which is that nervous system and regulating that, where you can do all these other things and it might just not be enough for them. So if a nervous system is dysregulated, it basically is never going to allow the body to be in a state where it can have stress, but then also recover from that stress, and then do things like resting and digesting and healing and growing. So if your child is stuck in that fight or flight and they're not doing things like resting and digesting, they're never going to be in a balanced state, and their body is never going to adapt to being on the medication or off of it. So you could be doing all this other stuff and you're just spinning your wheels. So if the nervous system is a piece of that puzzle for you, adding in neurologically based chiropractic care is going to be the best thing you can do for your child in this summer months to help their body readjust and help them thrive during the summer without that medication. So the adjustments are really going to help the body restore the function to that nervous system, and that's going to allow for more improved sleep, attention, focus, behavioral, emotional regulation, all of the pieces that allow our body to just work as well as then succeed in everything that we're doing. So if we can address the root cause of that ADHD within the nervous system, chiropractic care is going to be the thing that's going to help reduce that need for medication long term. So if you're listening to this and this sounds like your child, at our office, we really focus on the nervous system, focus on allowing the body to work as best as it should. And we do this by taking some scans in the office and making a unique care plan for your child to really help them just live life as best as they can. If our bodies are stuck in that fight or flight, we're always reacting to things. We can't focus. It seems like everything is life or death for our body, and we're just stuck in that fight or flight, go, go, go mode. And we aren't able to do things like calming down and just relaxing. Your body is just in a place of fear at all times, and that's not healthy for our kids to grow up with. So if you want to learn more about this, about our care, about ADHD, about doing a drug holiday, like I said, you can comment ADHD down below, and then a link will be sent to you with some information and some really great clinical research too to kind of back up what we're saying. And you might want to check out our office to see how neurologically based chiropractic care can help you. So have a great summer, and I hope to see some of you soon.